think there must be a kettle in here. There's everything else. I can't remember. Did we ever do tea? We had a pineapple once, remember?
I was fast asleep. In bed. I said goodnight to Nissa. And... Oh, it's good to see you.
Oh. We never really did this sort of thing, did we?
We do now. Oh, you got old.
You didn't. Not one line.
Don't get clever.
Oh, there's one. 100.
That's enough. But it's good to see you. I mean, how? But what kind of gimcrack Tardis is this? Don't tell me. You had an accident.
Believe it or not, I woke up in here myself. I think it's a memory. It's a remembered TARDIS.
I don't remember it being such a mess.
No, but time is memory and memory is time. So this is the memory of a time machine. And it's reached out and remembered us.
I've missed you.
I missed you too. Once or twice. But that's not the point. I think this thing needs feeding.
Oh, great. I knew we'd be in trouble. Don't tell me. It's going to eat our brains.
No, well, not literally. But this is a remembered TARDIS. And memories thrive on stories. That's what it wants. Stories being told around a fire. Like every storyteller across creation.
What sort of stories?
Tegan, we lived through the most extraordinary times. We've got the best stories ever.
Do you mean we sit and tell stories about ourselves?
I think so.
Oh, that's not so mad. I do that every day. All the things we did, Doctor. Truth be told, I think of nothing else.
Maybe we should tell the story of... I'm sorry, Tegan, but if we're going to tell a story, maybe it should be the strongest of all. The day we met the Cybermen.
I can't. Okay. I'll do it for him.
Braveheart. I wonder where to begin.
Well, it began with Adric. Because he was traveling in the TARDIS before I ever met you. He stowed away from a different planet. But then he told you that he wanted to go home.
No, but before that, it's hard to tell where a story begins, isn't it? But before we came blundering in, it began on Earth. Think back, Tegan. It all started with those mysterious deaths in the caves.
So?
And here it is. Remembered. He was so...
Oh, he was a nightmare.
He was daft and silly and sulky and... He was just a kid.
He loved you.
Yes. I realize that now.
Looking back, I think, wow, we never stopped running. He died, we sailed on, we had more adventures, we never stopped. We never stopped to think.
That's because of me. I never look back.
Well, maybe that's what a memory TARDIS is for.
Therapy.
About time.
I think it's done me good. And telling the story keeps him alive. Now, tell me stories about you. About life, about everyday things.
Little tiny boring human things, you mean?
They are the jewels. In this vault of memories, an ordinary life is one of the most shining things of all.
Oh, okay. I left you, remember? Found myself on the bank of the Thames with a load of dead Daleks. Long story. But in the end, I got myself back to Brisbane. And it took a while. I think I was in shock. I thought, what can I do with my life? What can I do that would make the Doctor proud? So I started campaigning for the environment. And I used every trick you taught me. To never give up, to never be defeated, to keep fighting even in the darkest of times. And, oh, there were some times I thought he would be proud of me.
Devil hammer.
I think it's a TARDIS. Well, I think it's the TARDIS, in a manner of speaking.
Zoe?
Hello, Jamie.
Zoe!
Oh,
Miss!
Jamie! You remember?
Of course I remember. Mind you, I forgot for so long.
Well, they made us forget. The Time Lords, when we left the Doctor. They erased our memories. But in here, it's all back. Every adventure, every story, every single moment.
Aye, but how do we get here? And where's the Doctor?
Oh, he'll be out there somewhere in the stars. But I don't think this is for him. I think this is meant for us. Oh.
I've missed him every day of my life. Didn't even realise it.
What what they did to us was unforgivable. I think we've been brought here to undo it.
One last gift from the Doctor. I'd still be with him now if I could. Trying to keep up with him.
Oh, don't you have a family?
Aye, 5 daughters.
Oh.
Legs hairier than mine, and 19 grandchildren.
19.
Aye, not so wee anymore.
Well, I have a son, a scientist. I named him James.
After me?
I never realised before, but... Well, of course, after you.
Oh. Did you marry a man from the space wheel?
No, we met on Earth in Australia.
Oh, I've been there. Got shot at.
Oh, we got shot at all the time.
Yeah, but look at you. Ever so noble.
Oh, presidential robes, thank you very much. This is my 3rd inauguration.
President?
Hmm?
The Doctor would be so proud.
Isn't it funny? All the things he showed us and taught us, I've been using them every single day of my life without realising. All those experiences were at the back of my mind, pushing me forwards.
Me too. Do you think we'll ever see the Doctor again?
Oh, I'm not sure. But we keep him alive by telling our stories.
So, we tell our stories to each other and to our families?
Yes, pass them down generation after generation.
Ah, well, where do we begin? And don't say Cybermen. I want to forget about the Cybermen.
Okay. The Crotons. No, the Quarks.
The Quarks, aye. The wee metal beasties. And didn't the Tardis get swallowed by lava?
Yes. And then things got worse.
That's right. I remember now.
Oh, my word! Come on, Jamie, into the TARDIS, quickly!
That was scary. And those clockwork soldiers gave me the shivers. Still, we got away by the skin of our teeth.
Story of our lives. And you've got a different face. Sorry about that.
Aye. Maybe we should go back there and swap this old one for a new one.
No chance. You look very distinguished.
Oh, thank you. Well, who would have thought? President and a Highlander sharing stories. I could get used to this.
Well, we can't stay here forever, Jamie. There's people who need us.
But suppose we went back and forgot all over again.
Well, whatever this place is, it's restored our memories. For good. And I think all we need to do, if we want to come back here, is to close our eyes and remember it.
Maybe we're in heaven.
I hope not. I'm a very busy woman.
Oh, so does Madam President have time for another story?
Go on then. Ice warriors.
Oh, how can I forget those great lumbering lizards? And poor Victoria screamed her lungs out when she first saw them. Nearly brought down a mountain. What if she's still out there somewhere?
Oh, I bet she is. I wonder if we all come here eventually. All the Doctor's friends.
I hope she had a nice life.
Oh, I'm sure she did. I bet she thought of you every single day. Because there's one thing I know for sure. I will never, ever forget this again.
You there? Who are you?
Doctor! Is that really you?
Peri? After all these years?
Doctor!
Oh. Let me look at you. The warrior queen.
It's so good to see you again. You got old.
And bigger. And beardier. Oh, time marches on, Peri, even for a Time Lord. It really has no respect. But you filled your years with adventures and legends in the making.
You heard about that, did you?
I've heard minstrels sing songs of the warrior queen from the Scorpion Nebula to the outer rings of the Medusa Cascade. Some of them were very catchy. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm glad you approve. I've done things a girl from Fells Point could never dream of.
You lived the life intended for you by time from that day in Lanzarote, and your story is far from over.
For both of us, Doctor.
Maybe. I was wondering what had brought you here.
I was kind of wondering that myself. I mean, it looks like the TARDIS, but...
smaller on the inside.
Yeah.
Cozy there, isn't it? This is a remembered TARDIS, Peri. All those stories we shared. Their memories live on here like ripples on an eternal pond, forever moving, forever repeating. And sometimes those memories come back to us through space and time when we least expect them.
And that's how I got here now?
You've always been here. You never left. The TARDIS never forgets. And neither did I.
I didn't forget you either. Every night I would look up at the stars and wonder which one you were spinning round in the TARDIS. And I'd ask myself, will I ever see him again?
Here we are, older and wiser, two adventurers and friends, reunited across light years and time. It is so good to see you again.
You too. I guess we made a whole lot of memories. Though if I'm honest, some I'd rather forget.
You mean Syl and Kiv? Not the most likable life forms in the universe?
You can say that again.
But that first encounter on Varos was a prelude to your whole life as the warrior queen.
I guess. In a way.
Oh, there's no doubt. Good can come from even the darkest of places.
Oh, I can feel them all over me again. Ugh.
Some memories can be very prickly, even after all this time.
It's not just that. I got back to Earth. Eventually. Have you been there lately? The 21st century, it feels like Varos.
Yes, Syl would fit in well. Everything has its price, even the planet itself. But Peri, do you see what I mean? The inhumanity on Varos and Syl's greedy manipulation of that helped to give you the fire to fight evil wherever you found it.
You mean, they didn't turn me into a bird, they turned me into the warrior queen.
Marrying King Ikanos had something to do with that as well, but you see, the universe can be chaos, but what it creates is ultimately always capable of being wonderful and good. Even on Earth, in the end. You'll see.
Yeah, I get it. The two of us, we're warriors of the universe.
Warriors of the universe. Oh, I like that. It has a ring to it. So, what do you think? Where should we save first?
The Doctor and the warrior queen?
Why not? We're older, but our stories are a long way from over.
I guess those minstrel songs won't write themselves.
We'll give them something to sing about.
Just one thing.
What?
I have to go back to Ikanos' memorial. Can we do that? Once a year, just to keep an eye on things.
It's a deal. Meanwhile, there are worlds out there waiting for us to save them.
So what are we waiting for?
Right, come on then!